Well, the sun is not shining, and it's an overcast day here at Wilson Park in Vallejo, California. Hello, everybody. I'm Darren Rogers. As we get set for baseball, it's Game 2 with the Vallejo Admirals and the visiting Sonoma Stompers. And we'll get into that game right after this.
Ever have an interest of being on camera as a sports broadcaster? Or have you ever wanted to learn how to operate a camera or what goes on behind the scenes?
If you want to be a star behind the camera,
or you could be the captain of everything behind the scenes, then we have just the program for you.
Well, did you know that Solano College is the only community college in the nation that has the sports broadcasting program and television network, which can give you a certificate to get an entry-level job in sports broadcasting?
Classes will be held right along the library in room 121.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu. And remember, it's more than just sports. It's an education.
And we are back. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Vallejo, California and Wilson Park for Game 2 of this 3-game series between the visiting Sonoma Stompers and your Vallejo Admirals. And on the mound for the Admirals today is the returnee number 60, Joe Watson. So we'll be getting this games underway, as well as those the players that will be behind Joe Watson right after this. And we are back here at Wilson Park in Vallejo, California. And leading it off for the Sonoma Stompers is number 1, Matt Hibbert. As Matt Hibbert takes a strike, call 1. Behind the plate today, calling the plays is Danny Speck. And on the bases is Mark Beller. Those are your 2 umpires for tonight's game. As he looks at ball is counting now to Matt Hibbert, who's 1-1. Behind Joe Watson today is Chevy Clark at right field, Tillman Pugh at center field, Nick Akins at first base. Catcher is Andrew Rubalcaba. Third base is number 20, Joe Bautista. Second base is Graylin Dirk. Designated hitter will be Sean Payne, and left fielder will be Manny De Leon, and shortstop is Pedro Perez. The count now to Matt Hibbert is 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We are at the top of the first. And he swings and misses and strikes out. And that's first down there. And welcome everybody to the viewing. And right now, coming to the plate is right fielder Matt Lococo. It's a tale of 2 Matts, one after the other. He looks at a strike on the first pitch. So today it's not as bright as it was. As a matter of fact, it's overcast today, and as Matt Lococo will hit that one past the jumping Joe Bautista. He's going to get on first base.
Happening for the stompers. First baseman number 7, Joel Carranza.
So Joel Carranza up to the plate. Yeah, it's nice and cool today. Hasn't been that much of any sunshine today. The weather calls for possible rain tomorrow. So we got to get this one in today, and we're going up against the Warriors, so to speak. They're playing in Cleveland, and so they're at that game. And we did something a little different than the other teams have. We got a television set up right over there by our marketing area, and well, not the marketing area, but the merchandise area, and they have a big screen TV over there. So if they come down to the game, they can actually see the game right there. And I believe they're going to be doing that while the NBA series is jumping off, and that's kind of a little twist to an idea that just might pan out to be something. Maybe the other teams will catch on, as that's hit out to right center field, and that's going to get caught there, and that's 2 down right there. So it's looking like the Stompers aren't starting out as hot as they were last night with an easy 2 outs. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. So as far as making the doing the TV situation, as far as being able to come out to the game and view, see the NBA finals being played, it makes for an interesting situation. But as the runner goes there, and he is safe there. So yeah, it's a possibility of catching on, but according to the seasons, only time will tell. And it's that is fouled back. At the plate is Scott Davis, the third baseman. His count is 0-2. Hits the dirt. And that's blocked by Andrew Rubalcaba, who's catching Joe Watson. As I said, Joe Watson is a returnee from last season. What's interesting about that is last season he was our closer, and now he's a starter. So it's a bump up in positions there. So see if Joe Watson can hold it down for us, as that is hit straight out there to center field, and that's going to be caught by Tillman Pugh, and that's how this inning at the top is in. So it's pretty much a 3 up and 3 down, and up comes the Admirals next to answer back, and we'll see how that answer comes out to be right after this. And we are back, and the Admirals are up to bat, and leading things off is the right fielder, number 25, Chevy Clark. He is the Sir Speedy stolen base leader. And we are in the bottom of the first, right here at Wilson Park in Vallejo, California. This is game 2 of a 3-game series between the visiting Sonoma Stompers and the Vallejo Admirals. And even though we have overcast, that kind of goes with it's been breezy out here, so now it's no sun and breezy compared to where it was nice, warm, and breezy. So rain is scheduled in the forecast for tomorrow's game, so we'll either have the game or it'll be a rain out, but hopefully it will hold off. Count now is 0-2 to Chevy Clark. 1-2 now is the count. He had to turn away from that one. 2-2 now is the count to Chevy Clark. As you can hear the wind still, it is still a breezy one. That's foul tip, so Chevy Clark's going to stay alive with that one. He hits that one up the third base side, and that's going to get him on first base there. So Chevy Clark is aboard.
Now batting for the Admirals.
And coming up now is center fielder number 12, Tillman Pugh.
For the Admirals, center fielder number 12, Tillman Pugh.
And he is rated as the home run leader. And as I say, there is no sunshine. Take a look at this. We have a little bit of light out here. Oh, my future calls are just not good as they check the run on first. Oh, boy. Up there as they check the run once again. This is pretty much the same situation that they did last night with the Admirals. They kept throwing over there to first base, catching them off guard and stuff. And that's kind of Takashi Miyoshi, who is the manager of the Stompers. That's a situation of his. It's a way of doing fastball. It's fastball for them, but it slows down everybody else as far as offensively. As Tillman takes a first strike there, that fouls back. Yep. So that's, as I stated before, yep, that's kind of like what it is. It's just slowing down their pace and solidifying theirs. As Tillman Pugh fouls that one out of the park, I guess, on the right side. That's out of play. His count now is 0-2. We're here in the bottom of the first. Just getting started here, so everybody's kind of like going through the roll process and getting their footing, so to speak, as the runner goes. And swing and a miss right there, and Tillman Pugh is Tillman Pugh strikes out, and Chevy Clark makes that steal attempt and makes it successfully. So one out here in the bottom of the first, and now coming to plate is the number 13 first baseman, Nick Aikens. That's high for a ball. So you have Danny Speck, the home plate umpire, and Mark Beller, the field umpire, for tonight's game. As Nick Aiken takes a ball, 2 balls and no strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. He check swings. That's going to make that's his first strike. Nice, cool, and breezy today. It got me yesterday, or I didn't have on enough, so I was kind of cold last night. That's high for a ball. Yeah, I think we all learned that lesson last night. As I look at all the players, they're pretty much not bundled up, but they got on a little bit something a little thicker than they had on last night. So that's fourth ball, and that's a walking situation for Nick Akins as he heads to first base. So now Andrew Rubalcaba is at the plate. I made a mistake and called Andrew. He was below me before the game started. I called him. I put the name of the catcher on him for the other team as Andrew Rubalcaba hits that out there to right field. That's going to get caught, and it's looking like Chevy Clark tags up and makes it to third. Now we got runners at first and third. So 2 down here in the bottom of the first.
The Admirals at the top of your A1 guaranteed who's hot list. Third baseman number 20, Gerald Bautista.
So Joe Batista is at the plate. And he'll work to keep the inning alive as he looks at the first pitch strike. Runners at the corners, first and third. Foul tip back. Nick Akins on first. Chevy Clark on third. Yeah, last night the Admirals had a tough time figuring out what was going on. It was kind of moving past them, but they probably done caught up today, which is okay. Oh, swing and a miss, strike 3. So they leave him stranded on first and second. Up comes the Stompers, and we'll see that action right after this.
If you have an interest in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether it's behind the scenes or on camera,
then this is the class for you.
Class is held every Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30 in room 121 alongside the library building.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports. It's an education.
And we are back. It is the top of the second here at Wilson Park. And the Stompers are up to bat, and leading things off is the designated hitter, number 12, Brennan Metzger. Brennan looks at the first pitch ball. And he looks at a strike there. Count now is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's high for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. As he hits that up the third base side of the line, Joe Bautista's going to go ahead and handle that and throw it to first, and just like that, they get him out, and that's 1 down right there. And now coming up to the plate is left fielder number 4, Marcus Bradley. Ball one. High for ball. 2 balls and no strike. It's 3 balls and no strike. That is a 4-pitch walk to Marcus Bradley.
Now batting for the Stompers, second baseman number 38, Kevin Fairley.
So Kevin Fairley is up to plate, the second baseman. As I said before, it is nice and cool out here. Rain clouds are in the sky as Fairley swings and foul tips that down low. Weather forecast calls for rain tomorrow, 90%. We've been trying to figure it out if it's in during the game, before the game. Are we gonna postpone? Are we gonna postpone the game? Are we gonna play the game? But hey, 90% chance of rain tomorrow, so runner goes. And with that, he is safe. Now this is part of the game that Takashi Miyoshi plays. It's got a little speed game. He's got his guys running and stealing the bases. One out here in the top of the second. Runner on second. Count now is 1-2. Check swing. Count remains 1-2. One out here in the top of the second. Game 3 is tomorrow right here at Wilson Park. As he looks at a ball. As I said, game 3 here is tomorrow at Wilson Park right here. If it doesn't rain or anything like that, or if the field is not so soaked that we can't use it, that's tomorrow. Start time is at 6:35. Count now is 3-2. Goes full. Runner on second. Down low for ball 4. Runners on first and second. If you can't make it, if you can't make it to the game and just view this, or if you want to try to make it to the game, then you can go ahead and go to the webpage at www.vallejoadmirals.com and click on the Mixlr icon and listen to the game live. That's how you do that. Or if you can't hear the game live, then check it out on YouTube when it is uploaded and watch what you have missed. That is, if nobody does a spoiler alert and say, hey, this is what happened. Some people just can't keep a secret, but yeah, that's how we're rolling this season. You can always hear the games live, and for right now, you can see them also on YouTube. High for ball. At the plate is number 6, Daniel Comstock. 2 balls and 1 strike to Daniel Comstock. He is the catcher for the Sonoma Stompers.
Come on, baby. Go on, let it come out, baby.
That's down low for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. We're at the top of the second. And it's gonna walk him. So bases are loaded.
Now batting for the Stompers, it is our beer batter this evening.
So they finally did it. They went and made Yuki Yasuda the beer batter. He is the shortstop, number 8.
It will be $1 off for the rest of the inning. Let them know you want some cheap beer.
As the Admirals are gonna go talk about this. And try to get everything lined up to see how this goes. As they break up the rock pile. As I stated before, if you got more than 3, it's a rock pile. So that's what that is over there. That is the rock pile, and it is broken up. And the beauty about that is they didn't have to wait on the umpire to come break it up. Demetrius just said what he said, and that was it. You know, pretty much straight to the point. And that's a ball. As it stands right now, nobody's warming up in the Admirals bullpen. And Yuki Yasuda looks at a strike. Count now is 1-1. 1 out here in the top of the second. That is called a strike. Now Yuki Yasuda doesn't hit with strength, but he will put the ball in play. So they got to play him kind of tight, but and as that goes out that way towards Tillman Pugh is going to get underneath that. He's got that one. That's going to score a runner. So the Stompers draw first blood with that hit from Yuki Yasuda. It's now 1-0. That's going to take him to the top of the order. Center fielder number 1, Matt Hibbert. That's 2 outs. Now Matt Hibbert is one of the power hitters for the Stompers. He's a returnee as well from the championship season of last season and the season before that. That swings and a miss. Strike 1. Fouls that back for strike 2. 2 outs here in the top of the second. I was not complaining about about the warm weather we were having. That's high for a ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm kind of missing it now. you know what they say, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Well, I'd say a little cool. And now it's just downright cold. And foul tip. That's going to make it 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And working to get the third out here, and he is oh so close. Runners at the corner, first and third. And that is the ball. Now, Joe's showing a little bit of emotion with that call, but it's 2 balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs. And with that hit, that goes to right field. That's going to get caught. And that is 3 down. So the Admirals have yet to score as we head to the bottom of the second. And we'll see if that happens right after this. And we are back, and leading things off for the Admirals is number 40, Graylin Durkee. And he is the second baseman for the Admirals. As he hits that one out to the left field, and that's going to get caught. Okay. So, Sean Payne, the designated hitter, is at the plate. As he takes a first pitch strike. That's down low for a ball. Count is 1-1 and 1 out. As he's going to hit that one out there to the right center field area, and that's going to get caught. So that is 2 outs. So the left fielder, number 11, Manny De Leon, is at the plate. As he takes wide outside for a ball. 2 outs here. We are in the bottom of the second. And the Sonoma Stompers lead it 1-0. heavyweight swing and a miss from Manny De Leon. That's 1 ball, 1 strike. As he tips that to first base, foul. Count remains the same, 1 ball and 1 strike. Check that, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, check swing on that one. No swing is the call from the field ump. So it is 2 and 2. And 2 outs. As I like to say, 2s across the board. And it goes down looking, and that is strike 3. So with that, the Admirals go down and don't get no points here, but there's always the next inning. Until then, the Stompers are up, and we'll see what they do, and we'll see how the Admirals can hold them right after this.
You're watching Admirals Baseball on the In-Town Sports Network channel.
And we are back, and the Stompers are up, and leading things off for the Stompers is the right fielder, number 3, Matt Lococo. As he attempts a bunt, but Joe Batista's like, wait a minute, that's a bunt. Let me get up here. So, but yeah, strike 1 to Lococo. No, ball 1 to Lococo. So Matt Lococo is ahead of the count, 2-0. And he looks at a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. We are at the top of the 3rd here, and the Stompers are leading it 1-0. It's down low for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. As he swings, hits that and foul up the first base sideline. Full count now. And with that, that's fourth ball, so that's a walk. So Joel Carranza comes to the plate. Another one of the power hitters. And this one's got rabbit in him as he runs, and that is a strike, and he's going to make it to second base safely. So runners on second now. And Joel Carranza hits that one out there to center field. Tillman Pugh is on the run, and he gets down to get that one. And that advances the runner to third. So that makes the first out with the Stompers threatening to score again with a runner on third. So Scott Davis is at the plate. Heavyweight foul tip back. Strike 1. And he looks at another strike. So he's behind in the count. 0-2. One out. Runner on third, threatening to score. Joe Watson on the mound. Swing and a miss, strike three, and he's disappointed with that one. He really wanted to hit with that one, so.
Now batting for the stompers. Designated hitter number 12, Brennan Metzger.
So Metzger comes to the plate. Two down here in the top of the third. Runner still threatening to score on third base. And that is a foul tip up, and that is playable. And Andrew Rubalcaba makes that catch, and that's going to leave the runners stranded at third. And the Admirals will come back up now as we head to the bottom of the third to see if they can score, because they have yet to score. And we'll find all that out right after this.
Thank you, Tim.
And we are back. It is the bottom of the third, with the Stompers still leading it 1-0. Leading things off for the Vallejo Admirals is number 34, Pedro Perez. As he does a running bunt attempt, which is ball one. Foul tip back. Count now is 1-1. And he's going to hit that one right up to the second baseman, and that's going to make it out right there as he throws it over to the first baseman. So
Back to the top of the order from Atlanta, Georgia, right fielder number 25, Chevy Clark.
So Chevy Clark to the plate. He hits that one third base side of the line, and he's going to be safe.
Infield single for Clark, his second hit of the game. Let's go. Now batting for the Admirals from Oakland, California, center fielder number 12, Tillman Pugh.
So Tillman Pugh at the plate. If you're around Tillman Pugh, if you ever get to get around him, his demeanor is just so calming and relaxing. You know, it's like he's not phased as he looks at a ball one out here in the bottom of the third. He's not an excitable individual. He's just, as they check the runner, he's not an excitable. I mean, he can be, don't get me wrong, but it's just it's the focus. He's just he gets here to the ballpark and it's the focus, and he's right there focused. You know, he's ready to go, but he's not so animated and ready to go. As he looks at another ball, 2 balls and no strike. It's very different from the other players, to whereas they might be, you know, I won't say hoorah or anything like that, but you know, they're loud and having fun and laughing and all that. Don't get me wrong, Tillman has a good laugh every now and again too, but they're more animated than what you see out of Tillman. As he checks the runner, he just throws it over there and checks him. As he hits that one up to Yuki Yasuda, and Yuki Yasuda throws him out, and just like that, pretty much is a 1-2-3 situation. So we're heading to the top of the 4th, and we'll be having that action right after this. And we are back at the top of the 4th, and the Stompers are up to bat. And leading it off is left fielder number 4, Marcus Bradley. Marcus Bradley looks at a first pitch strike. That's down low for a ball. Stompers still lead this one 1-0. As he looks at a high ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Admirals have yet to score. As he looks at ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. As he hits that up to first base, Joe Watson's going to run over there and go ahead and make the tag, and that is the first out.
Nice job at first base by Watkins. Watson. Now batting for the Stompers, second baseman number 38, Kevin Farley.
So Kevin Farley is coming up to the plate. He's going to exchange the ball. So, minimal crowd today here in Wilson Park. As I said, we're going up against the Warriors. That's how he looks at the ball. But for those who came out to the game, they were able to see the game because they had TV out there, so that works too. You know, but how can you come to a baseball game and watch a basketball game? It's like being in a basketball game watching a baseball game. Yeah, it all depends on your perspective and your personal like. Count now is 2 balls and 1 strike to Farley. We are in the top of the 4th inning here, Vallejo, California, in Wilson Park, home of the Vallejo Admirals. 3 balls and 1 strike, 1 out. And that's a high foul ball. That'll walk him.
Now batting for the Stompers, catcher number 6, Daniel Comstock.
So, Daniel Comstock is coming to the plate. Yuki Yasuda giving the signs. I mean, Yuki Yasuda, Takashi Miyoshi. As he throws out for ball. So that's ball one. And that's up for another ball. 2 balls and no strike. Comstock is ahead of the count. Head in the count. As he hits that one out towards center field and Tillman Pugh, and it looks like Pugh is going to make that one. No, it's actually the right fielder,
Now batting for the Stompers.
Chevy Clark. Okay, so now it's Yuki Yasuda. Okay. Yeah. That's ball one to Yasuda. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Stompers still leading this one 1-0, and the Admirals still have yet to score. Bunt attempt goes for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he looks at another strike. 1-2 now is the count. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Runner goes. And he's going to make it without a throw. So, runner on second. Count now is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And that's inside for a ball. Full count now to Yuki Yasuda. He's going to foul that away. Count remains full.
For Vincent Cal Glass, 707-643-5609. Give him a call.
As he hits that one out to right field. And that's going to get caught by Chevy Clark, and that is 3 outs. We are headed to the bottom of the 4th. The Admirals have yet to score, and that's how they're going to do it when they come up. They'll try to get some numbers on the board. We'll see all of that right after this. And we are back. We are in the bottom of the 4th. The Admirals up to bat, and leading things off is the first baseman, number 13, Nick Akins. Whoa, he had to duck on that one. A little bit overhead. Ball 1 for Nick Akins. That's going to be fouled back and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Oh, boy.
The Admirals have yet to score here. They're only down by 1. Foul tip back. Nick Aikens now behind in the count, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
For the Admirals, your Art Solano cleanup hitter. Pitcher number 16,
So,
Andrew Rubalcaba.
Andrew Rubalcaba comes to the plate to see if he can make something happen here. High for a ball. 1 ball, no strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. That's pretty much in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. So Rubalcaba is ahead in the count. Three and 0 is the count. And that is a strike. 3-1 is the count. And with that, count goes full. Foul tip back. So Rubalcaba stays alive. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Foul tips back. Still 3-2. And that is fouled back behind me. As you can hear it hit the ground back there. Still 3-2. Oh, they gotta look out over there in the visitor section. The ball took off over in that direction. No swing there. No swing is a call from the field up. So he will take his base that way.
Now batting for the Admirals from Tampa, Florida, third baseman number 20.
So Gerald Bautista comes up to the plate. as he hits that back up the middle. So a chance for a double play, and they get that double play. And like that, it is 3 down. So we're headed to the top of the 5th, and the Stompers are coming to bat.
If you have an interest in a career in sports broadcasting,
Whether it's behind the scenes or on camera,
Then this is the class for you.
Class is held every Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30 in room 121 alongside the library building.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports. It's an education.
And we are back. We are at the top of the 5th, with the Stompers still leading it 1-0. And leading things off for the Stompers is number 1, center fielder Matt Hibbert. As he looks at a first pitch strike, he has a little bit of a disappointing move with that. That's kind of disagreed there. Ooh, he gets hit by the pitch, so that's how he gets on base.
Now batting for the Stompers, right fielder number 3, Matt Lococo.
Matt Lococo to the plate. It's always scary to see a batter get hit by the pitch. You just never know the type of injury that they get when they get hit by the ball. Now, I've only been hit by the ball one time out in the field, not playing the game. It's just I chose to walk onto the field as the person that was playing catch decided to miss the ball. I got hit with the ball and it hurt a lot. So yeah, it's pretty hard to witness that when that actually happens to the players. And runner goes. Runner is safe. And that is the Takashi Miyoshi style of baseball for the Stompers. Get it moving. Get it moving. As that gets hit out to right field. And that's going to get off the wall there. So Chevy Clark is going to throw that in. 1 run comes in. And the next runner is at third. So the Stompers now lead it 2-0 here in the top of the 5th.
Baseman number 7, Joel Carranza.
So Joel Carranza comes to the plate. That's down in the dirt for ball 1. Joel Carranza, one of the power hitters, is so far in this series been pretty silent. Slow to get started, but once he gets it going, he gets it going. As he looks at the ball there. Count now is 2-0 to Carranza. Oh, hard inside for 3 balls and no strikes, no outs here in the top of the 5th. And that's ball 4, so he walks Joel Carranza.
Now batting for the Stompers, third baseman number 14, Scott.
So Scott David to the plate. 2 runners on as Demetrius Banks goes for a timeout. And they got somebody warming up in the bullpen for the Admirals.
Reminder, Admirals fans, the Times Herald and TimesHeraldOnline.com are proud sponsors of the Admirals, your local source for breaking news, weather, sports, business, classified ads, and entertainment in Vallejo. In print, online, and mobile, stay connected anywhere, anyplace, anytime. Follow them on Twitter, like them on Facebook, and enter to win your free tickets to the next Admirals home game. Again, a thank you to OzCat Radio, 89.5 FM, KZZ.
So as they break up that conversation,
Station of Admirals baseball, broadcasting 21 Admirals games this season over their FM airwaves. You'll find the games they will broadcast in the program guide and at OzCatRadio.com.
we are still in the top of the 5th. The Stompers lead this one 2-0. The Admirals have yet to score. That's high for a ball. 2 runners at the corners, first and third. 1 ball and no strikes. It's high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. If anything, this will be Watson's last batter. 3 balls and no strikes. That's high for ball 4. So that walks Scott David.
Number 12, Brennan Metzger.
So Brennan Metzger comes to the plate. And that looks like that's going to be it for Joe Watson. So as Joe Watson departs, the new pitcher comes in, and we'll have his name for you right after this.
If you have an interest in a career in sports broadcasting,
Whether it's behind the scenes or on camera,
then this is the class for you.
Class is held every Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30 in room 121 alongside the library building.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports. It's an education.
And we are back. It is still the top of the 5th with the Sonoma Stompers leading it 2-0. And for the pitching change, the new pitcher now is number 28, the Vallejo Benicia resident, Peter Reyes. The bases are loaded here. Peter Reyes has his work cut out for him as he works to prevent advancing scores and advancing runners. So now at the plate is designated hitter number 12, Brennan Metzger. So Brennan looks at a ball down low. light crowd here at Wilson Park this evening. Like I said, we're pretty much going up against the Warriors. Down low for ball 2. That's called a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike to Brennan Metzger. Up next for the Stompers will be the left fielder, number 4, Marcus Bradley. A swing and a miss from Brennan Metzger. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So that's 1 out here at the top of the 5th.
Now batting for the Stompers, left fielder number 4, Marcus Bradley.
So Marcus Bradley at the plate. He gets a first pitch strike. Right now it's Peter Reyes' job to stop the bleeding. He knows the veins or the bases are loaded. That's called a ball. He knows what he's up against. He knows what he has to do. And he needs to execute it. Swing and a miss. A heavyweight swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes and 1 out. And he goes down looking. That is strike 3. So we have 2 outs. Bases are still loaded.
Now batting for the Stompers, second baseman.
So here comes Kevin Farley. Trying to make something happen here with the bases loaded. We are in the top of the 5th. The Admirals have yet to score. Check swing, strike with Kevin Farley. Swing and a miss, strike 2. It's high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I got a dugout full of umpires. 2 balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs. They just knew that was a strike. So if you can hear them, you heard them. swing and a miss. That's a strike. No need to call that one, fellas. As we head to the bottom of the fifth, the Admirals have yet to score, and we will see if that happens right after this.
You're watching Admirals Baseball on the In-Town Sports Network channel.
So we are back. It is the bottom of the fifth. Stompers still lead this one 2-0, and here leading it off for the Admirals is Graylin Durkee as he takes a heavyweight swing and a miss at strike one. So Peter Reyes came in and left the bases loaded as he took each of the batters down to stop the bleeding. Now it's the Admirals' turn to go ahead and answer back with making some runs happen here. Count now is 1-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Game is not out of reach. The pace is not as surprising as it was to them last night, so they are well within reach of tying the game, and he fouls this one back. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and possibly tying, winning. And the opportunity is there. And he goes down looking, and that's how this one gets going.
Now batting for the Admirals, designated hitter number 4, Sean Payne.
So Sean Payne comes to the plate. As he looks at a first pitch strike. That's inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We are in the bottom of the fifth. The Sonoma Stompers got the lead 2-0. Admirals have yet to score. That's called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Down in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls and 2 strikes, full count. Foul backing out of play. Count remains full.
Take those balls to the concession stand, kids. Free snack.
We are in the bottom of the fifth. As he hits that one up the third base side, and Yuki Yasuda is going to make the throw and get him out that way. So it's 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth.
Now batting for the Admirals, left fielder number 11, Manny DeLeon.
So Manny DeLeon comes to the plate, working to make something happen. Heavyweight swing and a miss. I'm looking out above I'm looking out above me, and we are surrounded by rain clouds. Another swing and a miss. Goes food with that one. I mean, if nothing happens, out of this, yeah, then the 90% was just as false as I don't know what. Oh, down low, swing and a miss. They're gonna throw him out that way. So the Admirals go down in order 1, 2, and 3. We're headed to the top of the 6th. And let's see if the Admirals can hold the Stompers. We'll find all of that out right after this.
Ever have an interest of being on camera as a sports broadcaster? Or have you ever wanted to learn how to operate a camera or what goes on behind the scenes?
If you want to be a star behind the camera,
or you could be the captain of everything behind the scenes, then we have just the program for you.
Well, did you know that Solano College is the only community college in the nation that has a sports broadcasting program and television network, which can give you a certificate to get an entry-level job in sports broadcasting?
Classes will be held right along the library in room 121.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu. And remember, it's more than just sports. It's an education.
And we are back. It is the top of the 6th here at Wilson Park. And the Stompers are up to bat, and leading things off for the Stompers is the catcher number 6, Daniel Comstock. As he looks at first pitch strike, Peter Reyes is still on the mound for the Admirals, number 28. As he throws another strike. Count now is 0-2 to Daniel Comstock. And he goes down looking that way. Strike 3.
Now batting.
So the shortstop number 8, Yuki Yasuda, is up at the plate.
Everyone in the crowd will get $1 off beer for the rest of the inning. So let Mr. Yasuda know you're thirsty.
Oh, and that gets past him. That's ball 1. As he does a bunt attempt, that goes foul. So the count now is 1-1 to Yuki Yasuda. As it is kind of quiet here in the stadium as he hits that up the third base side of the things, and yeah, Pedro Perez cannot make that happen. He could not make that happen. So, runner on first. So, Matt Hibbert to the plate. Check the runner. They're gonna check the runner again. Your tools are inside that box. Count is 0-1 to Matt Hibbert. Oh, as they do an overthrow, he's gonna run the second. And he's gonna make it there, and he throws this one. Oh, and now because of the overthrow, Usuda's gonna make it the third. So timeout is called. So now the runner at third, one out and one strike. A swing and a miss from Matt Hibbert. 0-2, he's behind in the count. So that is a ball. Count now is 1-2 to Matt Hibbert. He's got to duck out of the way of that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out here. We're in the top of the 6th inning. We are here at Wilson Park in Vallejo, California. My name is Darren Rogers, and I'm kind of your broadcaster here for this season of video baseball, we'll call it. Count now is 2-2. We have some exciting things going on for the Pacific Association coming up in the 2018 season, as we're going to add 2 teams, the Napa Silverados and the Martinez Clippers. So as he hits that one down the third base side of things, and Pedro Perez is going to get that. The runner is going to be safe. The runner is going to score. It is an RBI single from
Now batting for the stompers, right fielder number 3, Matt.
I should have known, because Lococo was up. So that's a single RBI single from Matt Hibbert. And Lococo is up to the plate. One out here in the top of the 6th. And the Stompers now lead this one 3-0. Runner goes. And he is safe. So, runner at second. In scoring position. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And that's called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Matt Lococo. Well, I didn't get over there, but Matt Hibbert just stole third. So, runner threatening to score on third base. Swing and a miss from Matt Lococo. He strikes out. He doesn't like that he struck out, but he did. So, with that comes Joel Carranza.
Now batting for the Stompers, first baseman number 7, Joel Carranza.
Let's see if he can keep this thing going. He got a runner in scoring position at third base. It's 3-0. We're at the top of the 6th, and 2 outs. And like that, it is 3 outs as we head to the bottom of the 6th, and the Admirals have yet to score. So we'll be back to see if that happens after this. And we are back. It is the bottom of the 6th. And up for the Admirals leading things off is number 34, Pedro Perez. As Pedro Perez looks at a first pitch ball. Ball 2. So Pedro is 2 balls ahead in the count. Stompers are holding the lead at 3-0. And it looks at a strike. And the Admirals are trying to find a way to go ahead and get on the board. As Pedro Perez hits that one deep out into right field, and that's going to get caught. And that is a 1 out.
Back around to the top of the Admirals order. Right fielder, number 25, Chevy Clark.
So as you hear, at the top of the order, once again, right fielder, number 25, Chevy Clark. Chevy Clark looks at a first pitch ball. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. He looks at a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. He looks at a strike there, and 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Stomper pitchers are pretty much stymieing the hitters of the Admirals right now. Check swing. He goes down on that way, so 2 outs here.
Now batting for the Admirals, center fielder number 12, Tillman Pugh.
So Tillman Pugh comes to the plate. Right now, the Admirals need to just find a way to get the ball in play, get on bases, get some runs going here. Heavyweight swing and a miss from Tillman Pugh. Strike 2. Check swing. Call is no swing. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Stompers leading it 3-0. That is a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he goes down looking. That is strike 3. So we're headed to the top of the 7th. Here come the Stompers, and we'll see that right after this.
If you have an interest in a career in sports broadcasting,
Whether it's behind the scenes or on camera,
then this is the class for you.
Class is held every Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30 in room 121 alongside the library building.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports. It's an education.
And we are back. We are at the top of the 7th. Sonoma Stompers coming up to bat.
Off the 7th for the Stompers, third baseman number 14, Scott David.
And pitching for the Stompers, for the Admirals, check that. It's been a pitching change. It's number 32, the pitching coach himself, Demetrius Banks. As Scott David looks, swings and a miss. Looks at a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 7th. Stompers still hold the lead at 3-0. And he goes down looking. That is strike 3.
Now batting for the Stompers, designated hitter number 12.
Number 12, Brennan Metzger is coming up to the plate, the designated hitter. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. As he looks at a first pitch strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down here in the top of the 7th.
We have a final in Cleveland. Cleveland 113, Golden State Warriors 118. Warriors come back to win this one, take a 3-0 lead in the series.
So as you heard, the Warriors are 3-0 now in that series. So Marcus Bradley to the plate. It's ball 1. as he hits that one. That's going to be foul. To the left fielder, number 11, De Leon. He hits that one right up the middle, but second baseman's going to go ahead and throw it to first. They throw him out, and like that, 3 up, 3 down. So here come the Admirals to make something happen and get some points on the board, and we'll see how that goes after this.
You're watching Admirals Baseball on the In-Town Sports Network channel.
And we are back. It is the bottom of the 7th, with the Stompers still holding a lead of 3-0. And leading things off for the Vallejo Admirals is the first baseman, number 13, Nick Akins. And he's looking to start things off here as he looks at a first pitch strike. That's inside for a ball. Count now is 2-1 to Nick Akins. Yes, he swings at that one, foul tips back. It's 2-2. It seemed like that was a hit of a tongue twister. I almost got stuck. That foul tip back. Count remains 2-2. That's in the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count. We are in the bottom of the 7th. Stompers are leading this 3-0. And he hits that one out to the left field. He's going to get on base with that hit there. So that's how that goes. So up next is the catcher, number 16, Andrew Rubalcaba. Andrew Rubalcaba looks at a first pitch strike. And he hits that one right back up to the left field side. So 2 runners on. So, Joe Bautista comes to the plate. He looks at our first pitch ball. No outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Runners on first and second. pitcher calls timeout. So obviously it's something that he's seeing now because he's calling over the catcher. It's like, wait a minute. Or maybe it's the fact that the signals are getting mixed up. But he wanted to talk about it. It's something he didn't like. So they're discussing it and putting their game plan together to see if they can get on the same page to make this work. A little bit of action over there in the Stomper bullpen. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike to Gerald Bautista. And he hits that one. Oh, it's a good catch. And he is safe at second. That was a good catch from the second baseman there. So that makes it 1 out now. So Graylin Durkee comes to the plate. So runners still at first and second. Action still happening over there in the bullpen for the Stompers. All's quiet over there in the Admirals bullpen. As he hits that one out to the center field area, that's gonna pretty much bring in a score. And like that, the Admirals on board with a runner at third, threatening for a second score.
Graylin Durkee, Admirals on the board. Now batting for the Admirals, designated hitter number 4, Sean Payne.
So Sean Payne comes to the plate. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Score is now 3-1, Stompers. And it looks like we're going to head for a pitching change. And there I go guessing it wrong again. Well, if you're going to be consistent in something, be consistent in guessing things wrong. And I have done that for 4 games. so it's not a pitching change. It was a discussion. So as it stands right now, still, Sean Payne is at the plate. The Admirals have runners at the corner, first and third, as Sean Payne looks at a ball 1. Down low for ball 2. That's ball 3 right there. So Sean Payne is well ahead of the count at 3-0. 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd. Stompers holding a lead of 3-1. Admirals down by 2. And that's called a strike.
Let's go, Fainer.
Now foul tip back. Count goes full. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Admirals down by 2. 3-1. Count remains full. strike three. He goes down looking. So that's how that ends that way, and that's 2 outs.
Now batting for the Admirals,
So,
left fielder number 11, Manny De Leon.
so here comes Manny De Leon, the left fielder. He's trying to make something happen here. Runners at the corner for the Admirals, first and second. That's first pitch, ball. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Admirals need another score. And runner goes. And he swings and misses. Runner safe. So, runners at second and third now. Count is 1-1 and 2 outs. Inside for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. And he whoops that one out to shortstop Yuki Yasuda, who makes the catch. And that's how that ends. So they leave him stranded with 2. But a run does score as we head to the top of the 8th. It is now the Stompers 3 at.
Ever have an interest of being on camera as a sports broadcaster? Or have you ever wanted to learn how to operate a camera or what goes on behind the scenes?
If you want to be a star behind the camera,
or you could be the captain of everything behind the scenes, then we have just the program for you.
Well, did you know that Solano College is the only community college in the nation that has a sports broadcasting program and television network, which can give you a certificate to get an entry-level job in sports broadcasting?
Classes will be held right along the library in room 121.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu. And remember, it's more than just sports. It's an education.
And we are back. We are at the top of the 8th. The Stompers are leading this 3-1. And leading things off for the Stompers is Kevin Farley, his second baseman. So Kevin Farley looks at our first pitch, ball 1. As Demetrius Banks calls for a little timeout and wants to have a little discussion. So it's got to be something that he's seeing. Now he's the pitching coach, so I'm pretty sure he saw something. It's something he wants to try. Count is 1-0. 2-0. Breaking ball from Demetrius Banks. Count now is 2-0. Check that, it's 3-0. I'm looking at the scoreboard. No, I'm not a guru. I'm over here cheating. I'm looking at the scoreboard. Ball 4. So he walks him. So, Daniel Comstock comes to the plate. Yeah, as I said, no, I'm not a, I'm not a guru. I got the scoreboard over here to the left of me, so. And for some reason, they got kind of slow with putting the balls and strikes up on the scoreboard. So that is a strike. And that is another strike. So Daniel Comstock is behind in the count, 0-2. That is a ball. Count now is 1-2. We are at the top of the 8th. The Admirals are down by 2. The score is 3-1. And he hits that one out to left field. And De Leon is not going to get that one. Runner comes around the third. And everybody's safe. So they're going to hold the runners at second and third.
Now batting for the stompers, shortstop number 8, Yuki Yasuda.
So Yuki Yasuda to the plate. Now Yuki Yasuda will put the ball in play, and as he does a bunt tip, that goes foul. Goes foul. As I was saying, Yuki Yasuda will put the ball in play. That's fouled back. Count now is 0-2. 0-2 is the count. That's outside for a ball. Count now is 1-2. No outs here in the top of the 8th. The Admirals are trying to hold him. Oh, he did not want to swing at that, but he did. So Yuki Yasuda goes down swinging. He knew he was got when he did it. So we're back at the top of the order with Matt Hibbert. That's outside for a ball. Now the Admirals, they need to get Matt Hibbert out. Matt Hibbert is one of the power hitters. As he fouls that out of play, he is a power hitter. So, and he has knocked it out of this park one time too many. It's good to see that Matt Hibbert is having a slow start to the season. As I've said earlier, once he gets warmed up, it is bang bang for him. That's bunted foul. So the count now is 1-2 for Matt Hibbert. He is behind in the count.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on,
Runners on second and third. And he hits that one out there to right field. Runner tags up. And that's going to plate a run. So that is a sacrifice for Matt Hibbert. It is 2 down here in the top of the 8th. And Matt Lococo is at the plate. Yeah, Matt Lococo looks at the ball 1. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Score is now 4-1. Stompers lead. That is a strike. Count now is 1-1. That is a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Demetrius Banks on the mound. And he looks at a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And with that, he goes down looking. That is strike 3. So
to the bottom of the 8th we go.
to the bottom of the 8th we're going to head to. It is 4-1. The Stompers lead, and the Admirals are coming up to bat to see if they could go ahead and make something happen. We'll find all of that out right after this. And we are back. It is the bottom of the 8th, and the Stompers have a pitching change. It is Jacob Cox. And leading things off for the Admirals is number 34. Okay, Pedro Perez. I have to read my own writing sometimes, and it's kind of like eating soup. It's just all over the place. Speaking of soup, as cold as it is, a bowl of soup would be pretty good, or just a bowl of chili. Hot chocolate, coffee, something. As Pedro Perez looks at 3 balls and no strikes. The Admirals looking to make something happen here. The Stompers are holding the lead at 4-1. That's high for ball 4. So he walks him, and that's how he gets on and gets it started. So coming up now is right fielder number 25, Chevy Clark. As they have a little conversation on the mound, it's already broken up. We are in the bottom of the 8th. 1 inning to go. That's low for a ball. That is a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. That is a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah. Right. 2 balls and 1 strike. We are at the bottom of the. We're at the bottom of the 8th. Stompers lead this one 4-1. Heavyweight swing and a miss. Okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. 1 runner on. First base. Pedro Perez. That's off the chest. Pedro Perez is gonna go back. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Chevy Clark trying to get on board any way possible. Trying to shake up this Stompers defense. Oh, checking the runner. He goes back. It has been a grind. They have been holding. The Admirals and the Stompers have been pushing. Swing and a miss. A heavyweight swing and a miss. So Chevy Clark swings and strikes out that way.
Now batting for the Admirals, center fielder.
Now to the plate comes Tillman Pugh, the center fielder. So Tillman Pugh looking to make something happen. Throw it back up to first. Runner is safe. 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. Stompers lead. Foul tip back. 0-2 is the count. So Tillman Pugh will try it again. 0-2. Foul back. And with that, he stays alive at 0-2. One out here in the bottom of the 8th. Checking the runner. He's safe. One runner on. Tillman Pugh trying it again. That is the ball. 1-2 now is the count. Jacob Cox is the pitcher for the Stompers. And with that hit there, he catches it, throws it back at first, but he is called out. So just like that, with one hit, we are 3 outs. We are heading to the top of the 9th. The Stompers are still leading this one 4-1. Top of the 9th here at Wilson Park, Vallejo, California, as the Stompers are leading this one 4-1. And there has been a pitching change for the Admirals. It is the I'm not going to say outstanding pitcher, but he's been in the league and played with the Houston Astros. And he's also played in the Atlantic League for the Bluefish. And it's number 35, Sammy Gervasio. And he throws a first pitch strike. And leading off for the Stompers is first baseman number 7, Joel Carranza. As Joel Carranza is now behind in the count, 0-2. As I was watching Sammy Gervasio warm up, it was kind of like some some soft tosses, you know, kind of like in a blasé fashion. It's like, I'm not gonna blow my arm out before I get started. But now that the batter's there, it's all business as the count goes to 1-2. I had some youngsters earlier today doing BP asking me, well, do you guys have any players that big leaguers? I said, yeah, we got a bunch of big leaguers. Yeah, yeah, they come through. You know, and I gave them 2, Sammy and PJ Phillips. Yeah, it's just hit foul down the third base side. There's a few others, but yeah. So to the youngsters, you know, just check your history about this. This is independent baseball, you know, and it's independent baseball, but yeah, former major leaguers come through here and play, and players go up to the major leagues of the affiliate and play in those organizations. So swing and a miss from Joel Carranza, and down he goes. So that's out number 1. So yeah, just you got to check it out. You know, write a name down and look them up on YouTube or Google the name. And now at the plate, I missed the name, and that's number 5. So that he is going to slip by me. He is going to slip by me. Oh, that's inside for a ball. Now the Stompers, they have 2 female players, Stacy Piagno and Kelsey Whitmore. But so far in this series, they have not played. As that hit foul up this way. Count now is 1-1 and 1 out. That's down low for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. And 1 out. As he hits that one, and he is safe there. That was Pedro Perez on the throw. And Nick Akins on the catch, but yet and still, he is still safe. So, Brennan Metzger to the plate. So, Eddie Mora Loera pinch hitting. I had to write all that down. So we are at the top of the 9th, 1 out here, and the Stompers are holding the lead at 4-1. That's pretty good. He just threw his hands to the back. Sammy Gravascio did. I guess it's a different form of checking the runner, and it worked. Foul tip back. That's 0-1 to Eddie Mora Loera. Foul tip, or actually it's just foul up the third base sideline. 0-2 is the count. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Sammy Gravascio on the mound. That's different. That's truly different. Runner goes. Runner has to go back. Count still 0-2. So 0-2 is the count. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Gravascio on the mound. Loera at the plate. That's high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One runner on first base. And they all try it again. Gervasio, Loera, the runner, the pitch. Oh, the okay. If you can see this, then it's really funny to see. It's not a forward turn, it's a reverse, but the ball goes nowhere. But the runner does go back. Runner goes. Foul tip. Runner goes back. One ball, two strikes. One out. Still trying to get him out. So, here we go again. It is Gervasio, Loera, the first base runner. Interesting. Runner goes. Foul tip. Runner goes back. One ball, two strikes, top of the ninth, one out. Stompers lead it 4-1. We are going to be headed to the bottom of the ninth. Runner goes. That is a ball. Two balls, two strikes, one out. It is quiet here in the stadium. Oh, lightweight crowd today. Oh. Nobody's there, but he's like, yeah, you gotta go back, buddy. But it just kind of shows how Gervasio has command of how he wants to control things. Yep, foul tip. Oh, that kind of hurt. That kind of hurt. As Danny Speck kind of like has to shake that one off. He took that one right in the face mask. Danny Speck is the home plate umpire. Yeah, but yep, that comes with the job, and he seems to be all right. He seems to be A-okay. So here we go. 2-2, one out. Gervasio, Loera. The runner is now at second. Scoring position. The pitch. High, full ball, full count. Working to get him out. Needing to hold the runner. This pace has slowed down tremendously since Gervasio has taken the mound. And there it is. All of that to get him out and worked. So that's 2 down.
Now batting for the Stompers, left fielder number 4, Marcus Bradley.
So Marcus Bradley now comes to the plate. He's like, oh, what you just gotta see it. You just gotta see it. But don't worry, down the line it'll get seen. It's just a movement. It's just a funny run toward. So Marcus Bradley at the plate. First pitch is a strike. 2 outs. We are at the top of the 9th. It's been a lightweight crowd all day due to the fact that the Warriors finals games was on. Oh, he didn't want to swing at that, but he did. Broke him down. 2 strikes. So, but the Warriors came out on top. They are now 3-0. So, that's good for them. One more game to sweep, which is what they'll be working on. Count now is 0-2, 2 outs. Marcus Bradley at the plate. Oh, he's running at him. Gavashio's having fun out there. He's like, yeah, I can do this. Foul tip back. Count remains 0-2.
All you folks who've come out tonight and stuck around and getting your prize admissions right here.
All right, so here we go again. Runner on second. Gavashio on the mound. Bradley at the plate. Here comes the pitch. He's having too much fun with this. he's getting a kick out of this. So, all right, so here we go. He's like, yeah, I know where everybody's at. All right, Gervasio, Bradley, the runner at second. Oh, deep inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 9th. Trying to strike the runner out. Admirals need to come in to make something happen. Oh, and he looks at a ball. He's like, where did I miss? Yeah, a little outside. Counts 2-2. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. All right, he received the sign. He's going with the pitch. All right, he tips that one up to first. And just like that, he is out. That is out number 3. So they leave the runner stranded as we head to the bottom of the 9th. The Admirals still's got a little bit of work to do, and we'll see if they can get the job done right after this. We are in the bottom of the 9th. The Stompers still lead this one 4-1. The Admirals are at bat, and leading things off is the first baseman, number 13, Nick Akins. And he'll look at a ball. The Admirals need to make something happen. They need to get some more runs. At best, a tie. A heavyweight swing and a miss from Nick Akins. 1-1 is the count. That's down in the dirt. Count now is 2-1. Nick Akins is ahead in the count. Outside for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Full count. We're in the bottom of the ninth. Admirals 1, Stompers 4. Pop foul out of play. Count remains the same, 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Now batting for the Admirals, Art Solano cleanup hitter, catcher number 16, Andrew Rubalcaba.
So here we go with Rubalcaba. 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. 2 more chances at this, or more. Rubalcaba looks at the first pitch ball. 1 out here in the ninth. Bottom of the ninth. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out. Ball 3. Way ahead in the count. It's Andrew Rubalcaba, the catcher for the Admirals. That is a strike, 3-1. He was taking that one all the way. That is a strike. Count goes full. Yeah. To disbelief of Rubalcaba. Have to walk it off a little bit. But it is 3-2. 1 out. Bottom of the ninth. Admiral needs to get some runners on bases. Ball 4. And just like that, 1 runner on.
Now batting for the Admirals, third baseman number 20, Gerald Bautista.
So, Gerald Bautista to the plate. Gerald Bautista looks at a first pitch strike. That's down low for a ball. 1-1. Foul tip back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first. So like that, Joe Bautista is out. Up next is second baseman number 40, Graylin Durkee. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Runner on first. Graylin Durkee at the plate. That is high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball 2. So, weather permitting, we're out here again for game 3 against these same Sonoma Stompers right here at Wilson Park in Vallejo, California. Start time here is 6:35 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. As Graylin Durkin looks at 3 balls and no strikes, way ahead in the count. Now remember, if you want to hear the games live, Pacific Standard Time, just go to the Admirals webpage at www.admirals.com. Click on the Mixler icon if the clock is rolling or if the clock is spinning, and listen to the game live. 3 balls and 1 strike to Graylin Durkee. He is ahead of the count. We are in the bottom of the 9th. Stompers lead this one 4-1. Durkee fouls that one back, out of play. 3-2 now is the count. And Durkee trying to hang on. He's got the power to pop it out the park. I've seen it done. It has been done. That's going to be fouled out of play down the left field side of things. That's interesting. The catcher is cleaning the plate. I guess Danny Speck was like, I didn't bring my sweeper with me tonight. And he goes down looking, and the Stompers take game 2 out of this 3-game series. We are back at it again tomorrow, weather permitting, at 6:35 p.m. The final score out of 9 innings is the Sonoma Stompers 4, your Vallejo Admirals 1. We're at this again tomorrow. My name is Darren Rogers. For those of you who have viewed this, thank you for viewing, and we'll be back at it again for game 3, the final game in the series.